Hey guys, welcome to my review of this brand new, pretty affordable Iris Optical RGB gaming mouse by TT eSports. Now right off the bat, I will admit I totally underestimated this mouse. To be honest, I expected a pretty standard run-of-the-mill cheap mouse, but boy was I wrong. I say cheap, but what's the actual price you may ask? It's $30 US, so not super cheap, but certainly not expensive either. However, even though I was pleasantly surprised by this Iris mouse, it is not all perfect, just so you know. The specs for one look a bit different than your standard gaming mouse. If my memory serves me well, I've never tested a mouse with that PixArt 3325 sensor, but I'm a huge fan of the 3360. The DPI can go all the way up to 5000, but surprisingly the tracking speed is somewhat low as opposed to many mice I've looked at in the past. At $30, one should not forget those good Omron switches that guarantee a switch life of at least 20 million clicks. So first of all, let's talk shape. In my opinion, this more or less is the ideal shape for any kind of grip there is out there. It's a pretty universal shape. I liked it right away. There's also a bit of texture on the sides for extra grip. No rubber, it's plastic, but does an incredibly good job. I didn't expect that. And yes, you've surely noticed by now, we get some pretty neat RGB lighting here. These are two individual zones that can be controlled in the so-called Command Center Pro software. Lots of cool effects to choose from. With that software, you're also getting all kinds of button customization options, DPI settings, profiles, and macro recording. Although all buttons are reprogrammable, on default the one on the top will switch between DPI levels. And for those asking, no, the scrolling wheel does not light up. Something I dislike about this mouse is the non-braided cable. Yes, I'm totally aware of the fact that some people prefer it this way, but I don't like the feel of friction of rubber on my soft mousepad. Kinda takes away some of the precision for me, but your mileage may vary of course. What I really dig though is the clicking and scrolling feel. That's something I always love on TT eSports mice. On the bottom we get two quite big Teflon feet. Smooth movement therefore is guaranteed, if it weren't for the non-braided USB cable. Yes, it bothers me more than it should. Performance-wise, the PixArt 3325 is a completely new experience for me. It feels like a weird blend of the optical 3360 and a Vago 9800 laser sensor. At first I wasn't really into that, but after a while that kind of response grew on me and now I kinda like it. A lot. At 123 grams, a fairly balanced weight for a mouse, even though I'm not that picky when it comes to the weight of mice. So at the end of the day, the Iris by TT eSports did impress me. As I've said before, I did underestimate it at first, but then I used it for a while and it quickly grew on me. Now I love it in fact. However, my only gripe with this mouse, and something that bothers me a lot, is this standard rubber cable. I would gladly pay $3 or $5 more just to have the same experience, but with a braided cable. So yes, I can definitely recommend this TT eSports Iris gaming mouse, but I'll have to go with silver for this one. And as always, thanks for watching guys.